All right, here we are once again at 6 feet under. Eugene has decided to join me up here. Weekend prospector. Check his stuff out if you get a chance. We're gonna set up camp up on this old tailings pile from the mine here. I guess that would technically be a mine dump. We're gonna be working together, sharing my dry wash, and as you can see here, aside from the shaky camera, Eugene is already getting started. We're gonna be digging in my hole from last time. It's gonna be a good weekend. I can feel it. We just rolled that big heavy thing out, and I don't know what these are. They're purple, some kind of volcanic stuff. They are super heavy, and they seem to trigger on the metal detector too for some reason. No clue what they are. So if anybody recognizes that, I'd really love to know what it is. It's got like a bluish purple tint to it. Anyway, I'm gonna get working. All right, I got Eugene up here digging. I just came down to get the panning station set up. We spent probably the last 45 minutes to an hour knocking the sides down and moving some really big boulders out of the way. We got two of them that I'm not really sure how we're gonna move them. They're pretty big. We're about to do the first clean out, and then I'll show you guys what the hole looks like. We still have a lot of dirt to run here. I don't know if this is gonna show up, but we ran mostly top stuff. I don't know if you can see it down in here. There's a couple little specks in there, and then there's some lead here. So wasn't a whole lot of black sand, so we're gonna go ahead and run a lot more this time. Okay, so here's our dig. We're about to get back on running all this top stuff right here that we knocked down. I don't know if you can tell, but there is a lot of it. Not really looking forward to trying to move these guys. They are going to be incredibly heavy. We actually used our picks to break this one off. It was pretty much round right here, so it's a little lighter. But this guy, not sure what we're gonna do with this. This thing's really big, and if you haven't dealt with these rocks, they are way heavier than they look. So we knocked pretty much all of this back. Back up a little bit here. If you've seen the last video, roughly where my pick is sitting here is where the hole was ending, and we dug all that out. It's all laying in the bottom here, including some of the top stuff here, which is what we've been running. So once we get all this out of the way, we can start digging down underneath here and hopefully get some better gold. There is cleanup number 2. Not a whole lot in there, not surprised. We're still running a lot of overburden. We bit off a little more than we could chew on that overburden, but I'll give you a little size comparison here. It's not exactly a lot. Anyway, once we get this stuff out of the way, we'll be able to go a little bit deeper and hopefully do a little better. All right, we ran a lot of that overburden. Look at all this black sand. I really hope there's some gold in there. Eugene's gonna find out for us right now. I know it doesn't show up good in the black pan, but there you go. There's our cleanup. That was a lot of dirt. Trying to give you a little comparison. comparison in size here. There you have it. And yes, that is gold right there. Anyway, we're going to take a break. It is time for one. One of the joys of prospecting in the desert, and there aren't many, is having your vehicle close by. And you can spoil yourself a little bit. Luxuries. That's what makes it a good trip. Thank you, Eugene, for the steak. We got a little friend here. Kind of cool. All right, camp is set up. I'm gonna sleep outside tonight. I'm not too worried about it. It should be about 50 degrees or so. This thing is good down to like negative 50. Anyway, we got a nice California legal fire. Unfortunately, that seems to be the case out here. And Eugene's gonna sleep at his tent over there. So we are currently set up in that dark spot over there. And we think we might move a little bit. Eugene wants to move over, and it's his birthday, so I'm obliged. So we'll see how it goes. I will keep you updated. Okay, it is getting dark. I know it doesn't look like right here, but there you go. And if I can do this without getting stung in the face, I'm going to show you guys these bees that keep stinging and chasing me while I'm up here prospecting. There you have it. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, they're a bunch of jerks. All right, stinking moths. We ran a whole bunch of this mega fine stuff here, and we ran it really fast because we're still set up for the material we were running on the other side, which was quite a bit more coarse. And there's a fair amount of flour in it, so we're probably going to continue running some of this and see how it goes and set up a little better so we can collect a lot more of the flour. And if it turns out good, we'll keep going on this side. All right, it is day 2, and we're debating on what we're going to do right now. We started digging to the left here, and we're getting some flour, but it's not a whole lot. And we're not sure if we want to continue doing that. We may, if we dig, possibly go back over to where I was digging over here, work our way around the side. But for right now, we're just kind of relaxing. One observation, if you happen to dig over here, I started digging here, and I started getting some pickers, and then they fizzled out. And then, let me zoom in here. Then we started digging right there, and we were doing okay, and then it fizzled out. And then my buddy started digging here, and it was wet, so he's dumping the overburden over the side, and then we started digging in deeper, nothing. So then I started digging up right here, and it was good, and then as we went deeper, it fizzled out also. So what I'm thinking right now is that the gold is primarily on the inside of this little wash, maybe on the sides. I don't know if it's washing down through erosion from the sides of the hill here over time, or if it's actually coming down the wash, but it seems like it's mostly on the outside of the material here, and the deeper you go, the worse it gets. And I know there's gold deep down, because if you go down in this coyote hole right here, you can see they're following a seam, or a layer of bedrock, river rock, and they went down pretty deep in a few different directions. So I'm sure that if you get down to that particular layer, you probably get some good gold. Anyway, I've been spending some time rock hounding, and I'll try to show a close-up. But I found some ore out of the mine here, and it's just chock loaded with chalcopyrite. So I'll try and show a close-up. Could be some silver in there, I'm not sure. I'm not real good with silver, but I'm probably going to do that for a little while. We might do some metal detecting, and we're definitely going to check this mine out. So if you want to get a good look at the mine, stay tuned, and we'll get some footage of that here in a little bit. All right, there you have it. There is our sad excuse for gold for yesterday. Oh man, you win some, you lose some. Anyway, we're gonna go check out the mine and see what that looks like. All right, here you have it. We'll go ahead and climb inside. I brought my Geiger counter. You can see pretty much average reading. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my pocket, and if it starts chirping at me, then I'll pull it back out and see what it says. Also, I brought a black light, so we'll see if there's anything cool inside. But give me a sec, gotta put everything in my pockets, get my flashlight ready. All right, let's do it. Eugene's up ahead in front of me, and I've already hit my head. There we go. A little rat nest in here. Oh, some quartz stringers. I think I'll wait on the black light until we get to the end. You know, there are two small adits a little further up. I think I'm going to try and go check those out here before we leave. Should I give Eugene some daylight here? Got a little tiny offshoot. Doesn't really go anywhere. I'm gonna turn this down. This thing's getting hot. Yeah, quartz vein going through right here. Yeah, actually, there's two of them.
And see, we got to over this way, guys. Right here, we got off to the right and straight.
Let's see if we can see what they were following here, but I don't really see a whole lot except for this reddish, rusty stuff here, and a real tiny stringer. Nothing too crazy. Rat poop everywhere.
Yeah, look at
Yeah, that's terrible. Ew.
I don't know what that is. Something bad happened here.
That's a rat nest.
That is so disgusting and gross. How far back does this go?
I don't remember. Probably not too far.
Really, what about the other way? That far too?
It definitely smells like rat pee in here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Gross. Oh, dude, I don't even know what the smell.
I have my shirt over my face. This is an interesting vein they're following here. It's all white. Yeah, that's the end of it.
That's the end
There's a bunch of rat nests up in there.
Wow. Anyways, I have to give a show for everyone so they can see how.
Keep an eye out for the rats because they're pretty big in here.
Yeah, I seen one of them on the video, but they didn't do that. That's all done with that. The smell is
That was pretty funky. Not a lot of airflow in this thing because there is no exit, no ventilations at all. Well, this is interesting. I don't know if that's as nice on camera. Very glary. Can't tell what it is. I have yet to figure out what vein they were chasing here. Everything just gets covered in dust and makes it very difficult to determine differences in materials in their selling. There's some more quartz. I'll put my light down so you guys can see. I'm actually hoping to find the vein they were digging the silver out of. I believe it's pretty close to the backside. It's kind of interesting. It's pretty. Ah, this is the vein I was looking for. See that? Right there. It goes all the way across this side.
How far down does this go?
It goes a little ways. You get a little view of this. I know this has got to be difficult to see on here. I just try not to stir up too much dust. I'll go ahead of you.
Yeah, you got a brighter light. Wow, that's far.
There's actually some rock fall up ahead. There's another little cutout. I don't know why. There's somebody painted up right here. Interesting. It doesn't go anywhere. There's a borehole.
Yeah, I see a bunch of them.
It goes back there quite a ways. I expected the Geiger counter to be about 10 times normal once we got in here, but it doesn't sound like it. We'll take a look at it when we get back to the end here. You notice it got taller? I guess you can't hear me. Got a timber here holding the sides up.
Okay. That's not cool.
There's some more of that gray stuff that I was looking at. I really want to detect this. And see, now we're all into that section.
Yeah.
Now this just ends right here. It's a nice quartz vein going through here. Don't bump your head. Look, it's just charcoal black in here.
Yeah, definitely.
Another dead end there. One to the right. I'm sorry if this video is kind of terrible. I'm trying to watch where I'm going. Not really looking at the camera all that much. You can see this place is just riddled with rat poop. Wow. Look at the color change here. And some sulfides. Yeah, here's the rock fall I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And that doesn't go very far, it just dead ends over here. Oh, it goes back a little bit further than I thought. Only thing is, I don't want to go any further. This schistose material right here is coming down everywhere. All right, I don't suggest coming back here, Eugene. I don't suggest coming back here. All right, fingers crossed. And that's it. That's the end of that. There's a rat sleeping up top. Yeah, this isn't sketchy at all. No, there's just so much ceiling fall over here. And there's another one here. Looks like the walls are coming down. Let's see if I can get a little view. Yeah, it ends up over there. No point in climbing back there. Too sketchy.
Wanna go farther down?
Yeah, I wouldn't go down those. The sides are coming in off the wall. This is very interesting material.
Flashlight, look at that.
It's like a tree trunk. It's like bark. Wow. And then the ends up ahead, I see.
With his flashlight, I see in the end.
Surprisingly, not a lot of beer bottles and cans in here.
I guess a lot of people are crazy about the community this already.
Once again, I apologize that the video is not all that good. I'm not paying attention to the camera. Look at this stringer. It goes all the way across the ceiling and then wraps back around here. And that would be it. There's a couple of boreholes here and there. That one goes back quite a ways.
Well, that's the end.
Okay, let's see what the counter's saying here. Well, that is surprisingly low. Wow. Okay, well, we're gonna work our way out, and I'm gonna break out the black light. If I find anything cool, I'll get it on camera. All right, here's a second at it. I'm going to take a quick peek and see how far back it goes. I don't really expect it to go very far, but one way to find out. Oh, I'm already seeing some gypsum. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. Right there. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of gypsum. Slippery. Oh, this is... Come on, focus camera. You can do it. There we go. Wow, this is interesting. It goes down and then it goes back up. Well, one way to find out how far it goes. Looks like it might have been backfilled. This doesn't look like it fell down. And I noticed on the way in that the material outside looked like it had been dumped from further up. I wonder if this goes up. We're gonna find out here. I need a free hand. Oh, crawling on my hands and knees. Oh, look, rat poop. Oh, I was right, I think. Let's see. Okay. So it goes down there and stops. And it goes up here and stops. So I was not right. But there still could be a shaft up above. I'll show you what I'm talking about as soon as we get down here. All right, I'll climb my way back down. Okay, I don't know if this is going to show up whatsoever, but this is what the black light. And you can see the quartz veins lighting up orange. I'm guessing it has some calcite in it. Let me show you an example here. There you go. I don't really expect to see much other than that. Just a bunch of calcite. Nothing too fancy. And of course the rat pee I believe is going to be green. Let's see. Oh yeah. Green rat pee. Okay, I don't want to bump my head, so there's the vein again. All right, not much to see just yet, so if I find anything cool, I'll get back to you. Oh, that's kind of neat. All right. The calcite just looks beautiful under this light. It just lights up like a neon orange. Pretty. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but there's a scorpion on the ceiling. Look at that. That's interesting. I didn't know they could climb like that. Okay, so this is what I was talking about on the outside here. It almost looks like it was just kind of dumped here. But I don't know, maybe I'll climb up there and take a quick look. But it's just really fine material. Look at this. I don't know. No idea. All right, well, I apologize, but adit number 3 goes in like 10 feet. I don't know if that's visible or not. Let's see, there we go. Nothing to look at. Oh, well, that's a shame. Well, I believe we're gonna go do some metal detecting, so if you don't see me again, it was a bust. I'm hopeful, we'll see. All right, we are just about to get out of here. Eugene wanted to play around with the detector a little bit. Pretty up here. We decided to take a little drive, check out some of the other area. Anywho, I just wanted to show this old bench while I'm up here, if it'll show up right there. Too bad it's so hard to get up there. It took me a good minute to get where I am right now. Very steep. Anyway, if this ends up being it, thanks for watching. And if you get a chance, go over to Eugene's channel. Wish him a happy birthday.